Episode 2.
Episode 2, let's go!
Let's go,
after
bitches.
after we record the first episode.
Let's just act like we did not do that. Let's just act like this is a new day.
Yeah, new day, new life, new setup,
Yeah,
new lighting.
Definitely did not film a bulk of our content on the same
we
day.
definitely did not. We definitely did not.
Yeah, we are really original people right here. All right,
Yeah.
cue the jingle. Hit it, DJ.
Hit it! Lost in THOTS.
Oh, we'll work on that later. Don't worry about it.
We're still working on
We
it.
have yet to do our jingle. We're gonna do it right after this. So
Yeah, imagine the first episode, people listen and then it's like 2 episodes in, 3 episodes in. Oh, they're still working on the jingle that we just listened.
yeah, but probably when you guys hear this, it's
Yeah.
probably done already. So
Yeah.
forgive us.
Yeah,
It's
maybe we can
alright.
have some like manchief.com if you're looking for a trip and this kind of stuff. What else Spotify ads have,
This podcast is
Sponsored
brought to you by
by-
BetterHelp,
Yeah.
Casetify. But we can't put that in there because we're not sponsored yet.
Yet.
So
Okay, we're gonna get it. Okay.
let's do our hi. Welcome to Lost in Thoughts. Okay?
Lost in Thoughts, yeah.
Hey guys, welcome to second episode of
Lost in Thoughts.
Parrot.
Period.
R.I.P. headphone users. So
Alright.
we just did our first episode just now, and it went really well. You know, we talked shit. We talked a lot. So I feel like we had a really good foundation laid out.
Yeah.
So that's probably
yeah.
that's
But okay, I realized something that I didn't cover on the first episode, which was like I want to talk about how this whole podcast is came about. To go into really detail is that
Wait, didn't we talk about this just now?
Yeah, we did. But what really made the drive for me personally to want to do a podcast as well.
Right.
Every day, like going to work or coming back to work, I will listen to this podcast called Jumper Jumps. So shout out to those Canadians on the Jumper Jumps. All right, we love you. We love Philippines as well, and they made
Salamat.
Yeah, they made really interesting and really amazing podcasts. And every week they will always have new episode coming out, and we love it. I listen to it going to work, coming back to work, and when I finished their weekly episode, I will revisit to the previous old podcast. So I remember, previously I did try to do a podcasting as well. I didn't really go.
Coffee break show.
Yeah, the coffee break show. It just went to the grave. R.I.P. man.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. dude.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah, because during that time I did not discover about Jumper Jumps. So I always have this idea of like podcasts need to be serious, need to be like interviewing, like one-on-one talk every week, special guest kind of thing. But right when I discover
Bitch, we are the special guests.
we are the special guests to our own podcast every single week, every single episode. So yeah, Jumper Jumps just opens my minds up. Like we can have people having a conversation, record them, talk, and yeah.
I mean, out of like podcasting, like we've already been talking so much every time we meet.
Yeah.
So might as well just like, because I feel like if I were to put myself as an outsider perspective when we're having a talking basically, I feel like it'll be really interesting because the shit that we talk about. Bitch,
There's
we
a
will
lot of
talk.
things.
We're gonna talk.
It
Yeah,
goes everywhere sometimes. A little bit too much.
it's alright. That's
Remember
why I
the
might
last
as well.
time, dude? Remember the last time like we were at the bottom of dissolved solid after we done with the
Dissolve
drinking.
solids.
Yeah.
When the recently.
No. The trip we went to dissolve before the last time. They were closing already.
Right.
We were like down there at the bottom of the shops there. Then we were just talking about zombie apocalypse.
Oh
Dude.
yeah. This was the
Dude.
recent one, no?
The other one before you go to Thailand.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
before
okay. I
we go
remember.
Thailand. It was in early January, I think.
Right, right. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We need to get Zoe. We need to get everybody in. And
Zoe, April, Brenda, y'all are
Yeah.
gonna join us. I'm not sure how we're gonna do it because we've only got 2 mics. I have a cheap ass Behringer, is that how you
Yeah.
say it? Audio
Yeah.
interface. There's only 2 inputs, so we're gonna make it work. But it's okay. We'll make it work.
We'll make it work.
Yeah,
We'll make
yeah,
it work
yeah.
somehow.
Before I fly off to
Yeah.
Bangkok, we should do
we
it.
need to do an episode where we just focus on
Yes.
zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Because
gotta do that.
if you guys didn't know yet, I'm obsessed with Resident Evil.
Huge.
Huge fan. I'm a stan. I fucking
Yeah.
love Resident Evil.
Yeah.
No matter how cheesy and corny they get, sign me the fuck up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Resident Evil.
Leon Kennedy, my daddy. That rhymed.
Facts.
Yeah,
Right.
we should do it. We should do it.
Right.
Also, we did a whole list of shit that we're gonna talk about a weekly thing, but
Yeah.
I feel like we should just get the ball rolling because I feel like we're gonna get
Eventually, you
sidetracked.
guys will figure it out, okay?
Yeah,
Eventually, you'll figure it out that this podcast is gonna be this and that and this
Yeah,
and that. You
yeah.
know, I find that if we're just gonna say it right now, it's not gonna be as exciting as if you were to find out yourself.
Plus, I feel
Alright.
like it's good. I mean, it's good to have some notes written down. Although I
Yeah.
do feel like I feel like a good podcast, like whatever we're doing right now, it's
Yeah.
great because like we're just talking and it's like a stream of consciousness. We just talk shit and just put it out there. I feel like that's pretty entertaining too. I would listen to our podcast
It's
again.
it's very spontaneous.
Yes.
Spontaneous.
There we go. One more
Another
time.
one. Let's go.
Selamat Hari Raya.
All right.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
did we write down? What did
So we're not gonna tell everybody, but this
Yeah.
is what we wrote
I
down.
feel like we can start off with this.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says live update, by the way.
Yeah.
Also, don't mind the fireworks. Just bear with it.
bear with it, man.
It adds character into our
it's a-
podcast.
It's a festival season, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot of those.
Don't worry about
All right.
it.
I'm very excited for upcoming Raya though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's in a couple of days.
Yeah. Like
Mhm.
tonight, I'll be sleeping over at Salina's place, and
You
tomorrow.
want to tell them who is Selena?
All right, Salina is my girlfriend. The girl that I simp for a lot and a lot and a lot.
Here we go again.
Yes. Gosh.
And also,
She's
she's our
so
bestie. Shout out to Selena. We love you. We
Yeah.
hope to have you in our podcast soon.
Yeah,
which
we're gonna
we
have
probably
you
will.
in. All right. I'm gonna drag you in. You're gonna be in the podcast as well.
Period.
Don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So gonna go back to Batu Pahat, have
Uh-huh.
a Raya celebration there.
with the
at
with
her-
the in-laws.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
The entire family is gonna be there.
Alright.
All right.
Get it, boy.
Get it.
How do you feel? How do you feel? This is
Dude,
your.
I'm nervous.
Is it your second time spending Raya with
Yes. Last year also I spent
Mm.
Raya, but it was at her house, Semenye there. So, this round is gonna be in the kampong lah. In kampong area
period?
lah.
Like the actual village.
Not like because all of the relative moved out already. But they have like this place where they frequently stay. So that's where we're gonna go. But this round, there's all the relatives gonna be there.
The whole in-laws,
The whole
everyone, the
in-laws,
whole
you know.
package. Sa
Yup.
kampong datang.
Exactly, man. Like I'm nervous.
Oh.
Okay,
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
it's gonna be good.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be good. It's definitely gonna.
It'll
be
work out. It'll work out.
Yeah.
Ask me about my
Yeah.
royal plans.
Let me ask you before you ask me to ask you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you're going to Thailand, man. Just
Well,
one trip, dude.
mm,
One trip.
Not yet. I'll still be doing Raya here. Well, I'm not really celebrating, but I'm going to Selena's place next week with you guys.
We're gonna have a celebration. So.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. But that's
Mm.
about it for me. And then I think
But your Thailand trip, your plan to
2.5 weeks more.
Yeah.
Oh wait, are we doing live updates right now?
Yeah,
Is that it?
We are still rolling on that.
Okay.
Come on.
Sorry. Because like we tend to get sidetracked a lot.
A lot. Too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, let me just give you the whole tea.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm half Thai. Sawadee motherfuckers. Basically, I've never been there before. Up until February.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah, we went with our friends, all 6 of us.
Yeah.
6 or 7. I don't remember. Like basically all
Can't
of
count,
us.
man. You don't count.
Bitch, I'm gay. I can't count.
Can't count. Can't count.
Yeah, basically we went there, and
It's a great
honestly,
trip.
like before we went there, like I never really thought about it like how I do right now. Like I just
Yeah.
saw it as like, oh, a vacation, a 1 week trip there.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got there, shit, like it didn't kicking it. Like I would notice that people there are way nicer. They're way open. Obviously, because like there are it is a tourist city. It is the
Yeah.
capital after all.
Yeah.
So like I feel like that's probably why. I'm not too sure yet. I'm not really sure of their customs and their culture yet. I plan to learn more about that when I get back. But we went there, we went to some of the dispensaries. That was really good. And we went to Pattaya, right?
Yeah.
Went to Pattaya, and then we did a lot of things there. Like we shopped a lot. We just walked. We went to cafes.
Yeah.
Nana
Nana Coffee Roastery. Shout out,
in
man. Shout out.
Soy RE5 in Bangkok. If you're ever there, hit them
Yeah.
up. It's really good. They're really good. The vibes are good too.
Nana Coffee is amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
such a nice place.
Rum barrel processing Colombians.
Yup.
You get a dirty latte on it, dude. That is the best coffee I tasted. I remember Zoe was like, she took a sip already, then she's like, dude, it's really good. I never
That
had
bitch is
my
gonna
mind
scream.
blown by coffee.
Yup.
I only get mind blown by coffee like 3 times. And this is the
3
third
times.
time in my life.
Third
and I'm
time's the
like,
charm.
yep. Welcome, rum barrel processing methods.
Period. I would definitely go back there.
Yeah, yeah.
See, we're getting sidetracked again, but
Love Thailand, man. Love
I
Thailand.
went there, and I do feel welcome there. It's such a nice place. Like people there are great. So many places to go.
Yeah.
The music scene there, oof. Let me tell you, different, a whole new world.
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, obviously, the food there are good. They're pretty cheap too. But I feel like when I went there, when I came back, hold on. I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for.
True, waiting for a burp. Oh,
Yup.
that's a huge. strong burp.
Basically, when I came back from Bangkok during February, I don't know what clicked in me, but I just told myself, you know what, I'm gonna come back here again.
Yeah, yeah.
But I didn't. By coming back, I meant like probably like a 2-week vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So that was about it. Like I couldn't wait. So fast forward to March 29, which is 10 days after my birthday.
Yeah.
29, yeah. I went to Chiang Mai with my family. Well, basically, our purpose there is to meet a family member of mine. So I went there. It was a 2.5 weeks trip. I got there. The first thing I noticed was it was the haze. You would
Yeah.
call it smog, but the haze, we call it haze. It was thick, like it was
Dude.
crazy. I went
Dude.
there. It was fucking hazy. But then I got off, and then one thing I noticed about Chiang Mai is that it's not like Bangkok, because Bangkok
Yeah.
it's like hustle and bustle, like
Yeah, yeah,
everything's
yeah.
happening at the same time. But Chiang Mai, like you went there, it's everything. Everyone's so chill. It's such a chill place.
All right.
Like you literally would catch someone rolling a joint by the street, just chilling, like smoking, and everyone's minding their own business. So I thought, like, that was pretty new for me. So I explored more.
Mm-hmm.
I also the same day I arrived, I linked up with this one guy online. I think he left the same day I got there. I'm not too sure. So like, I was just talking to him about like how different Chiang Mai is and compared to Bangkok. And then this guy, he said he said something like
Oh, I'll be in Bangkok.
no. He said something like I would scroll the chat, but it was a really long thread. But
Yeah,
he said
yeah.
something like, "How Silent Hill looking like?" Because number one, there was the haze there. Number two, like
Oh.
you barely see anyone like outside.
Yeah.
But then, for me, because I live right next to a night bazaar, night market.
All right.
It's like it's Chiang Mai Mansion. Shout out to them.
Okay.
So like you can literally just 2 minutes walk.
Okay.
And then I went there and damn, like I wouldn't say it was a culture shock, but like it was such a good environment. Like everyone's so nice to you. Like they would say hi when you walk past, things like that. But then like at that point, like I didn't even consider like one bit like, oh, I'm gonna reside in Thailand,
Yeah.
So I just did my thing, my tourist bullshit. So I went around and spent a couple days there, and then I came across this one bar, basically in Chiang Mai, right? There's a square.
Yeah.
If you look through Google Maps, so there's a square right there. That's what we call the old town, I think.
All right.
It's like a square. It's like basically the hub.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone goes there. It's like our
Alright.
Taipan, our SS15. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like we would refer to North Gate, West Gate, East Gate,
Okay.
South Gate, I think. But basically, I came across this one bar. It's called the Northgate Jazz Bar
Alright.
Co-op. That's the full name. And like the first time I went there, someone recommended me. I had a haircut that day, and then I sat next to this one guy, and he told me like, "Hey, why don't we go to Northgate Jazz Bar after this tonight?" I'm just like, "Okay, what is that place?" I thought like, oh, it's gonna be like a really chill place where everyone would just sit down and listen to a live band. But then I went there. That place was packed, dude. Like the whole street was empty, except for the bar. And then you would see people just standing and sitting on the road, like the car road, tar road on the ground, and they were just like chilling and like talking with everyone. I went there and I was blown away by how like chill everyone is, how nice everyone is. The music is fucking great too. I get to sing there one time.
Okay.
It was really great. But yeah, I feel like that all I think that all it snowballed into that one night. I was walking down the night bazaar. It was 11 o'clock. Nothing was open. It was just a dead street.
All right.
Except for that one 7-Eleven in Thailand. You've been to.
It's built different, man.
So good.
So different.
The sandwiches, bitch.
The mochi.
The fucking Zoe is gonna come to you for the mochi.
Like, you stole my mochi. It's like, no shit.
Motherfucking mochi.
It's good mochi right there. Okay.
Yeah, but anyways, I was walking down the street, and then I had like this something hit me.
All right.
And then basically I just felt like I feel like Thailand could be somewhere I could live.
Yeah.
I could stay here.
Yeah, you really see yourself to stay there for long term.
Yeah, like a long term kind of stay, because like it's not the same as it is over here. Like it is similar in a sense, but I don't know. I felt welcome when I was there, sort of. I feel like I could get accustomed to their lifestyle pretty quick. But it just hit me. I just thought of that. Like, why don't I'll just fuck around and stay here for a year, because I do have family there.
Yeah.
So like that makes it better for me. Like obviously I wouldn't have any friends there, but I feel like I could start a life there. But I wasn't thinking about Chiang Mai. I was thinking about Bangkok.
Right.
Bangkok, I feel like I resonate well with Bangkok a lot because, music and art.
Yeah.
It's more of a scene there, and the people there, whatever.
True.
You've heard what I've said.
Yeah. Went to Bangkok as well.
So, but then at that point, I did not make up my mind yet. It was just a thought at the back of my head, right?
Yeah.
And then fast forward a week later, actually.
All right.
I was just like, you know what? Why don't I do it? Let's just let's just live in Bangkok for some time and see how it goes, because I feel like I could do that, right? Yeah. Which brings us to the present right now. That's why you see this luggage over here. This huge luggage. This is actually my luggage from Chiang Mai. I have not unpacked it yet.
I don't think you need to unpack much, man.
I'm just gonna
the
bring
moment
this.
you open, it's just gonna like lights.
Just
gonna switch out a few things.
That's
going
it.
back to Bangkok,
But my plan is I'm gonna be staying in Bangkok. I'm gonna fly there on 7th of May.
Yeah.
Stay there for 2.5 weeks, and I have to come back because I have a couple shows to do.
Yeah.
DJ gigs basically, and then I'm gonna come back for a week. I think probably first week of June I'll be here, and then I'll go back to Bangkok for about 3 months. In one go.
In one shot.
See how it goes.
Right. I'm
excited. But I'm a little bit scared because like
it's a transition in life.
It is. It feels like you're starting over again. But I have a really good friend there. I've not met this person in I've not met this guy in person yet, but I'm looking forward to that because he seemed like
Yeah.
he's been staying there for quite some time. So like it's good to have someone there to show you the places,
Yeah, yeah.
where to go, things like that. Where's the nearest gym, you know?
There's gym.
Yeah, like because it's scary, Imagine yourself like you're going to a country where you know no one at all.
Yeah.
Plus, my family is about 6 hours away from Bangkok, so like that's hard. But I'll definitely visit them. But I'm pretty excited for what's to come because
Yeah.
I've been cooped up in Malaysia for the past 24 years of my life. I'm 24. I've been here all my life,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to
That
you
new
know,
things in life, you know?
yeah, new experiences. Because I feel like, hold on,
Get a sip of coffee, you know?
I feel like
Mm.
I feel like it's about time because the past 2 years I've went through such a transitional period of my life. I went to therapy. I went through a whole healing journey. I did my shadow work. Finally, I was able to finally embrace the person that I am.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm not ashamed of who I am anymore. Like
Yeah.
say all you want about me. I don't really give a fuck because I'm glad.
It's an external
Yeah,
perspective.
yeah. Like if you want to talk shit about me, go ahead because at least you're talking about me.
Yeah.
Back then I would really care about those kind of things, but right now I'm
Yeah.
just like, I have the world at my disposal. Why not just start right away?
Yeah.
Of course, like it is a leap of faith, but like I feel like it's about time.
Mm-mm.
I can't. I'm not the type of person who can stay stagnant. I need to constantly do something. So that's
Yeah.
why I feel like going to Bangkok would be a really nice change for me because
Yeah.
if you've seen, I feel like you notice also like I've been staying home. Whenever I'm
Yeah.
in Malaysia, I'm either at a gym, or I'm doing shows, or I'm at home.
Doing shows. Gym, home,
That's it.
doing shows.
Yeah, like
Gym, home, and doing shows.
yeah, repeat, rinse and repeat.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all I've been doing. So like I
Yeah.
feel like going there, I could really learn more about myself.
Mm-hmm,
Because I feel like honestly, it's been long overdue. I've been ready for this, and
Yeah.
I just feel like whatever it is, everything is going to fall in place. I feel like it'll work out for me.
Yeah.
I have really high hopes. I have a good feeling about this, basically,
Dude, yeah.
and I can't wait. Bitch.
Trust the instincts, man. Trust
yeah,
the
yeah,
instincts.
yeah, definitely, yeah. Can't wait.
Ah,
So
so excited for you, man.
Period.
Very excited for you.
Period.
Yeah.
Can't wait to work on music when I'm there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of exciting things coming for us, for me, for you,
Yeah.
know. So yeah, that is my live update. What about you? Not us doing a live update 2 episodes in, like this bitches don't even know who we are. But yeah.
But do I basically get all the life updates pretty much going on now? But I think myself, if I really, really like look into myself, and I see myself as those people who, what you call as like introvert lah. I see
Yeah,
myself
yeah.
more of an introverted person.
Mm-hmm.
So a routine, a sort of routine in life works best with me.
You tend to work well with routine.
Yeah, I
Right,
tend to
right,
work
right.
well
Okay.
with routine, which is a good thing and a bad thing as well, lah. Where as we talked the other day, yesterday,
You mean like
we won't
last
even
night?
get into detail on here.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
the gist of everything is just that routine is making me less daring for new and exciting things for
Basically-
me, for
Basically,
myself.
what you're trying to say is that you're comfortable in that bubble of routine.
Yeah, like I'm comfortable in
Right.
that bubble of routine,
Mm-hmm.
which is like, to do things where like I, travel somewhere, decided to stay somewhere new, or go through a whole life changing thing.
Yeah,
It's not really in my mind,
Mm-hmm.
But I always have this experience and these emotions in myself where if I find myself to be too comfortable, I get anxious.
Right.
Yeah. Like
Wait, comfortable in what sense, though?
comfortable in a sense of like the lack of challenge, the lack of
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I find everything needs to be in a balance, but to be too comfortable, I would felt anxious because like time is one thing we cannot buy back.
We talked about this last night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I know like time is something that is just always on a constant disposed. You cannot like buy back your time.
Yeah.
So if I gone through a week without having things that feels the next big thing, I felt anxious, you know.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I get it.
It's sort of a bad habit where I know I gotta learn to live in a moment.
Right.
It's very important to learn how to live in a moment.
Yup.
But you know, a lot of people have been telling me that I tend to want to focus on the future so much that I forgot to live in a moment.
I feel like this is really funny because I was just talking about this with my friend.
Yeah.
I do understand how you feel
Yeah.
because I don't think most people they acknowledge how finite our life is.
Yeah.
Because if you just, for example, if you look back at our friendship, just like that 8 years,
Exactly.
and it feels like it was just yesterday that we trespassed the rooftops.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize it has been 8 years until the previous
was
episode.
counting.
Yeah, when we are counting.
Yeah.
So like I feel like, because for me, that hit me. I think just last year actually because
Yeah.
I was going through some shit around that time too. 2 years ago.
Mhm.
No. Last year, like I had a whole phase where like I had a creative block with my music.
Yeah.
I lost touch with that side of me.
Yeah.
But then like I didn't know what clicked. But then like over time, I started to teach myself to like we've only got so much time. You're only 24 once. You're only 23 once. So like
Yeah.
hold on, I got to burp again. Burp King.
Burp it out.
It's not coming out. Anyways.
Anticipating
Yeah,
the burp.
like I feel like as as a person.
Yeah.
See, I'm stuttering again. As a person who I would consider myself self-aware.
Yeah.
I would say that it's really important to recognize, number one, how finite life is and how much time you have. Number two,
Mhm.
whether are you living in a sense of urgency through your day-to-day life. Because for
Yeah.
me, like I told you last night, like I am starting to see each day as, let's just say, like I wake up, like I would tell myself, okay, Darren, if tomorrow's your last day, what are you gonna do today?
Yeah.
How are you gonna make the most out of
Live
it?
a life without any regrets, you know?
Yeah. Because obviously we're humans. Like
Mhm,
we're gonna regret, I think, through of
Yeah.
our past. But like
Yeah.
we can't change the past.
True.
We can only change our course of life from here on onwards. You know what I
True.
mean.
Yeah.
So like, while we still have the energy and the time,
Yeah.
might as well just go for it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like for example, like leaving the country for me, working on more music right now. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your take on that?
I was about to say that too, because
Mhm.
I have a good feeling with how my own personal productivity system
Right.
has gone to.
Mhm.
I kind of went into a rabbit hole of this whole productivity system going on.
This guy
So-
is fucking crazy about productivity. It's fucking crazy. If you look at his phone or his laptop, fucking crazy.
But I don't think I'm as that crazy. I just like find that, I've been always wanting to create this whole system, but I was spending a lot of time to just learning about my own system, because
Right.
yes, you can watch a YouTube video and see how people are doing it, but that doesn't mean it works for you, So I've been taking what I learned from other people and I dilute and apply it onto myself to do whatever it works.
Basically, what resonates with you, you
Yeah.
apply it to your life.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So I have a good feeling with that,
Mhm.
because let's put it this way, with that whole productivity system, you have a schedule, you have a timeline, everything is sort of envisioned and planned out.
Mhm.
So there are times that you can choose to, you can choose to be like,
Mhm.
I don't care about living in the present right now. I
Right,
just gonna dive myself into work, and the reward comes the end of the week, where these are the time that I'm gonna block my days out, my time out, for me to just let the mind wanders. Just let it run. Because
Right.
I don't see myself as a person where I'm gonna change and just gonna put in all these slots in my calendar, to go so details into every single thing. But at least I have expectations of like, okay, what's coming up next week, what are the events that I really have to keep an eye on for upcoming days, upcoming weeks.
We do not know when the visuals got cut off, so we're really sorry.
Yeah.
We'll find a way to fix that. But for
Like to
now,
put into perspective, we are looking into a Canon G7X.
yeah.
There's no external monitor going
It's
on.
so small.
I can't even see.
Are we even in
what-
focus?
Are we even recording?
Are we recording?
We are recording,
Hold
right?
on,
You
hold
click
on.
on the record, right? We are recording. Pretty sure we are
Yeah.
recording.
There's a red square, so
Yeah.
that's recording. Yeah.
Recording.
Okay.
All right,
Go on.
back to the whole productivity stuff.
Mhm.
So initially, the whole thing so far for the past 1 year, it's been working nice for me because I've been using Google Calendar and Google Tasks. So what I do with the tasks is whatever thoughts I have, like, you go through day to day and then it's like, oh shit, I gotta do something, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. It goes straight into my Google Tasks. So at least I won't forget the things I need to do. So all these things I can just plan out for future days. I gotta do this, I gotta do that, all these things. It's the kind of stuff that are very flexible. If I didn't manage to do that, I don't need to beat myself up for it.
Right.
But for things, for events, for work stuff, that it's already blocked and it has to be, it can't change in time notice kind of stuff. I'll put it into the Google Calendar. Yeah, so when I click into a Google Calendar, whatever I plan on a Google task, all these small little things, I can still see in my Google Calendar.
Right.
Everything is centralized towards there. And
like I said, productivity freak.
yeah. and yesterday, I'm so proud of this that we did is to create a Google Calendar with our friends.
Oh yeah, we made a whole Google Calendar because I'm living in the country for a long time. So like we did a whole Google Calendar where we put like how long are we gonna be away for.
Yeah.
So we can plan out like whenever I'm back, whenever whoever's back in the country.
Free, yeah.
Yeah, we can just schedule like a day for us to just hang out.
Yeah, because I think the last time your trip to Bangkok became like the catalyst to kickstart this whole calendar.
You mean Chiang Mai?
Chiang Mai,
right,
and then
yeah.
Bangkok. Because it's like we're always going back and forth of like, when are you guys free? When are you guys free? All these things. And then we got to look back into a calendar.
We're all
and then
busy individuals here.
Yeah, it's very very too much things going on. And then of course in a group chat we get so sidetracked with the conversations. If one person is busy for like 5 minutes not looking at a phone, you are so lost in the conversations.
I feel like that's my case because I hate looking at my phone. I even put my phone on silent 24/7, so like I don't like looking at my phone. So I tend to miss out on a lot of messages. Wait, bringing back to where we were just now about living in a moment. Here's a question for you: like, would you consider yourself as the type of person who prefers to who enjoys living in the present, or are you the type of person who is constantly worrying about the future?
Dude.
And this can be applied to like your day-to-day life. Like for example, when you are on a date, or when you're working, or when you're with your friends.
I'll say that everything needs to be in a balance.
Right.
And it's gonna sound so stupid to say. It's like okay, it's like making a coffee. Okay, there's many types of methods to make your coffee. But why do you choose to use a espresso machine to make your espresso? And why do you do a filter coffee?
Right.
Do you know?
Yeah.
So it comes back to, I would say, like, when do you choose to really enjoy living in the moment is important, and when do you choose to worry about your future? If let's say we're going out from a date, if I'm going out on a date, I got to live in the moment. Like at that time, I need to savor and just enjoy the experience. But when I'm out doing my work, all these things, of course, living in the moment, doing my work, but with each action, with each task that I'm doing, it's sort of like at the end of the day, let's, reflect on the day and say what's upcoming, how
Yeah.
could we plan out our goals, I recently saw like your whole Q1, Q2, Q3 goals,
Oh
I think I'm
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
start that.
It's really important to set goals like for
Yeah,
every
set
quarter of the
goals.
year. Also like um when you set these like quarterly goals,
Goals.
it's also really important to take note that you can be ambitious but
Yeah.
also be realistic because
Yeah.
a quarter of a year has only what 4 months,
Yep.
3 months. So like you could go to set realistic goals and preferably like
Yeah.
reachable, doable
Yeah,
goals.
yeah.
Not like, oh, I'm gonna tour the world. I'm gonna climb Mount Everest.
Yeah, yeah.
Things like that. Like set realistic goals so that eventually they all snowball into the bigger picture. Like
Yeah.
because there are like big goals, like your
Mm-hmm.
end game, for example. But then like the journey leading up to that end game is always gonna be your small goals. What I say, like your quarterly
Yeah.
goals.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I think that is what I can really look
Mhm.
into and apply lah. Cause
Mhm.
and I was like looking into your Q1, Q2 goals, all these things, and I'm like, wait, it makes more sense,
Yeah.
like why should I put like, end of year goal and
Yeah.
then doing things,
Because
and
it's
because coming into April, I realized where, dude, I was like sidetracked. Like, what did I
right.
plan out? What did I
Yeah.
wrote in the beginning of the year?
Mhm. Mhm.
And then looking back, I'm like, oh, I'm still in the progress of it. I'm still in track.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but coming into the fourth month of the year, I'm like, I feel like I want to reach like a checkpoint,
Mhm.
do you know?
Yeah.
And seeing like your Q1, Q2 stuff, I'm like, wait, I can do that checkpoint.
Of course, it's
Yeah.
really important to do that
Yeah, I
too for
gotta plan
yourself.
out the checkpoints,
Yeah. Mhm.
at least like the checkpoint, knock out 1 year, then the second year comes in, rinse and repeat, another
Yeah.
checkpoint, 4 checkpoints, you get another year knockout.
Because I feel like
Yeah.
it's more realistic comparing that to New Year's resolution.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, of course, if it works for you, you can do that. But like in a more realistic manner, it's always, to me, it's in my opinion.
Yeah.
So like I feel like it's more realistic for me to set up goals for each quarter of the year so that it's reachable, doable, and realistic.
Yeah, it creates a sense of like deadline and
Yeah.
urgency lah.
Yeah.
Rather like,
Yeah.
you can see the progress. You feel the balls are rolling, and then it's just
Mhm.
like, okay,
I love
we are
balls.
getting close.
I love balls.
We went so serious, and you're like, I love balls.
I do love balls. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Continue.
So Q1, Q2, it
So,
works. But do you think it works for you so far? How long have you been doing that?
honestly, it's only been a year,
All right.
and I'm gonna be frankly honest with you. Like most of my goals last year, I did not finish all of because basically for me, I only set 5 to 6 goals per quarter of the year.
Mm.
So last year, like I only managed to do like 3, 4. Still, it is
Yeah.
an accomplishment, but
Yeah.
this year, like I noticed that I've been more proactive in taking actions to actually reach and do,
Mm.
accomplish these goals that I set for myself.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next question, like straight out of your ass right now, what are your your Q2 goals?
Right.
Realistically.
For now, Q2 goals. Damn.
Mhm.
Like straight out of it right now.
Yep.
I'm like, I'll say like I really hope this podcast goes
Period.
goes good.
Me too. Me
Like lost
too.
in thoughts.
Mhm.
It's like, hey, I really enjoy the whole conversations we are having, and I hope you guys enjoy too.
Period. You better enjoy it.
Please don't take this podcast seriously.
Yeah, don't take us too seriously.
know.
We're just a bunch of clowns. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself as the biggest clown in town. That's on my Bumble bio too. It's my
Yeah.
main selling point, my USP.
Yeah, we're not trying to be woke here. We're just having a conversation.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
you guys are the creepy third party people.
Yeah.
Just sitting there listening,
Uh-huh.
La, just
Q2 goals.
Q2 goals,
Yeah. Straight out of your ass.
Dude, that have to let me think for a bit, man.
I can start with mine.
Okay, just go ahead. Let's share about your
I've
Q2
already
goals.
written down a couple, not a couple. I've already finished my goals.
All right.
But basically, number one, it would be, this is my goal. This one goal would be something for me to do when I'm in Bangkok. It
Alright.
would be scoring at least 2 freelance jobs.
Mhm.
As you guys know from the last episode, I am a graphic artist too for my day job because music does not pay. I don't have to explain why. But at least 2 freelance jobs, and then I'll probably also try to network more and establish meaningful, substantial relationships when I'm in Bangkok because
Yeah.
I feel like that's really important too.
Mm.
And this is one thing that I struggle at times. Last year, up till this point, is to start waking up by 9 a.m. It is working. Like I woke up at
Yeah. I was so surprised when you tell me that. Oh, I'm a morning person right now.
yeah, surprise. We can finally have our breakfast. Like we
Yeah,
have this
we-
thing going on. Like we've been trying to do a breakfast date for the
Breakfast.
longest time now because
Dude,
I've
too
been
long.
sleeping at 5 a.m. before this. Like last year, like
Yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
waking up at like 1 o'clock. That's
Uh-huh.
what time I would get up before this. Like last year,
Like
so
1 p.m.
yeah, 1 p.m. Sometimes if you would like to go like to the extreme, 5 p.m. Fucking crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah, we definitely would do our breakfast. Probably
We
do a
will.
podcast there.
We will have a breakfast
Yup.
thing going.
And then it would
Yeah.
be finalizing my new single, which is it might be done. You'll have to wait and see.
That's weird.
And the next one would be, actually this is new. You
Mhm.
guys might find this really surprising, but this is something that I've been trying to get into since last year, is to get into mixology.
Dude, really?
Yes, sir.
I sort of see that coming, but you know,
I mean, it's
you said it yourself, like you want to do mixology. I'm
Yeah.
like surprised.
surprise.
I just
bitch.
didn't see it that soon.
I mean, like, it could be a hobby that I can pick up in when I'm in Bangkok because like
Yeah.
I have so much free time there. Like,
Yeah,
why not
yeah.
just? Because I've done mixology before, but not too in depth.
True.
Maybe this time around I'll actually start taking it seriously. You never know. I might start a
Dude.
bar there. You know, that's about it. Like the next
Yeah.
the other goals are mainly music related. For my YQuok
Alright.
moniker.
You know what that means with your mixology?
Uh-huh.
Dude, we can do a Dragon Ball Super Saiyan like combinations like bing. I'll handle the coffee side. You do the
Maybe we
poison
can do a
stuff.
collab.
Yeah.
A coffee.
A cocktail.
Yeah. Cocktail.
Cocktails, you know?
Till.
Tell.
We can do
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
that'd be so fun.
Right back to you. Your Q2 goals.
Dude, Q2. Alright, I know I've been slacking off a lot with my coffee education, just learning a lot more new stuff.
Wait,
but
I gotta give a disclaimer of sorts to whoever's watching. If you see my face, if I twitch a lot on my face, it's because I have Tourette's. Please don't mind it. Go on.
okay.
Continue.
What's Tourette's?
Tourette's. You don't know what is that? It's basically like, to make it simple, it's like having tics.
Okay.
You know what tics are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's so serious.
No. Continue. Yeah.
All right. So I guess the first would be continue to dive back into my coffee knowledge stuff. Gotta learn a lot more things.
Mhm.
You know, like I sort of understand the basics of roasting, but I want to go deeper and deeper into learning more about roasting.
I love going deep.
Dude, just don't start. Don't start.
Go on. Sorry.
So next thing is also understand water better with coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you did mention that you would like to try to
Make
mix
my
your
own water. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because the water from my home is just taste to make the coffee. It made it taste quite dry. So I want to make my
Dry?
own water. Dry, yeah,
Ah,
dry,
okay,
like
okay,
quite
okay.
rough and dry.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so I want to make my own water so I can enjoy coffee more at home. You know,
That's true.
and finally
yeah.
not having beans going to waste
Oh,
and just
yeah,
staying
yeah.
too long and stills. Next is to really build my financial side lah.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I want to start learning more about investing. You know, of course, I want to get a credit card.
Introducing eToro.
It's hard. But the next Q2 goal is to really get a credit card first.
Okay.
Because me and my family had like this deal where like the moment I get my credit card, I'm gonna start paying for all my insurance. So
Okay.
I wanna get the credit card, and then I don't have to like rely on my parents' credit card just to pump my petrol. Yeah.
Oh, you do that? You use credit card to pay for petrol?
Yeah, because the moment you use debit card, it
okay,
just take 200
like
ringgit
$200
out.
bucks. Yeah. That's true.
So credit card just eased out everything. And I want to get the cashback rewards.
Oh yeah, a lot of good rewards if you pay with
Cashback.
cards. Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
Just understand the whole adulting stuff.
Doing your taxes.
Yeah, doing the taxes.
Oh, that's been fucking crazy for me.
I
Filing
have
taxes.
no idea what's going on.
Because I gotta collect receipts now. Like if you pump petrol, you gotta keep the receipts.
Keep the receipts.
If you buy
keep
books,
the receipts.
you know,
keep the receipts.
Yeah, because you can claim them.
Yeah, I can claim your tax.
I just learned about this recently. I don't blame me. Like this wasn't taught in school. The fuck,
Yeah.
but yeah. But it's really good to start building that habit.
Yeah.
Also, like regarding your credit card, like it's also really important to not overdo certain things so that you can build your credit score.
Yeah.
THOTS, if you know what I mean.
Like last year was the year I learned how to build a good relationship with my money. Last year I definitely spent a lot more than I should. Looking back, like, I spent a lot of stupid shit last year.
Don't we all?
Yeah. So because before of this, for those that you don't know, I was working as a freelancer or this thing. So last year was actually the first year that I have a normal monthly reoccurring income. So of course I have to rebuild the whole relationship and the routine and habits working with my money. And last year was the year that I learned now. So this year I aim to really double and triple the amount of money that I can save.
Yes, I got money.
Yeah,
in my
like
bag.
honestly, if all goes well, if I keep track continuously doing what I do with my saving stuff right now, I could come out with like
he said,
good
it's
shit
the end
right
of
there,
the
yeah.
month and the weekend.
Yeah.
Drop some money. Dropping up some money. Yeah. Are we gonna get demonetized?
You gotta stop doing that, man.
I can't help it. I am into music, so
Please cut that out. This is
bound to happen. I think we'll be fine. Yeah. Go on. Yeah.
All right. So building the relationship habits already is already there. So coming this year, I already see the result that I'm not spending too much. I'm able to save up quite some money a little bit. Hopefully that's enough. I'm thinking like hopefully that's enough. So I felt like I'm a lot more ready to handle a credit card.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Cause if last year you would hand me a credit card, I'm pretty sure I would
fuck that shit up.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck that shit up, I guess.
It's like, bitch,
I'll be like, why is it so much? It's like, oh,
right.
I understand.
Right.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
So hopefully this year I'm gonna get something out of it.
It'll be good.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, legs open. I'm not gonna open my legs, of course.
It's quite cool, so I'm gonna like.
Just take me to dinner first before you do that.
Okay. All right, let's move towards.
Moving on,
topic.
back to you, Jack, for the daily weather report. No, like there's something else like I would like to bring up. Like it's about we touched on this briefly just on our previous episode, but it's about like how did our friendship blossom.
All right.
To the duo that we are today.
Until today, man.
Yeah, because it's honestly like this guy is the only straight friend that I have like in my circle, like my best friend. Like he's the only straight man that's in my circle, which is a little bit weird. But then like I always find that really
fascinating.
That's one thing, yeah. Like I always wondered, there are times
it's like why am I so close with a straight guy?
Yeah. Like I would wonder like how the fuck did this happen, because it's fucking crazy, but yeah.
This started from the whole moral class that we have.
Yeah.
And then skip school together. Yeah.
Yep.
And then a lot of just like trying
to
learn.
The pinnacle, not pinnacle, the actual genesis, like where it started off was filmmaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't you think so? Like filmmaking and photography.
True.
You know, and then we started making music videos.
Yeah. It was when you asked me, it's like, hey, you want to do a music video together?
Oh, yeah.
You know? And it snowball from there, lah. Just like one music video to another music video to another music video.
Because he's the only guy that's been filming my videos all this while.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy if you think about it, but, it's been great. You know, it all worked out really well, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it makes me think, like, I feel like our friendship is a great example on, like, I will not go into detail of how Malaysia is with queer people, but it's not, I don't want to get arrested. I'm kidding. But it makes me wonder, like, why can't, like, things like this be more, not open, like, why aren't people talking about this more often? Because in Malaysia especially, like, I feel like we are segregated in a way.
Yeah.
Like the queer community and like the heteros.
The heteros.
Yeah, like why can't Malaysia be like us?
Yeah.
Like with our friends,
Yeah.
Cause bitch, our friend group we're fucking gay. A lot of queer people.
We got lesbian, we got.
Yeah, everything in between. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder, like, what do you think, like, in your perspective, like, how do you see, like, what has our friendship taught you throughout the whole 8 years we've been through?
Dude, I think the whole friendship is just like the moment you start to see people as just like who we are, regardless your skin tone, regardless your religion belief, regardless of your orientations and everything. What's inside is just bone and blood, man.
We're all the same,
what's
honestly.
Coming out is the same color of bloods, you know.
Yeah.
Our bone are pretty much the same density, We get hit by lorry, we break some bones, of course, dude. Doesn't mean you're...
That's one way to put it, yeah.
That's super dark, okay? Dude, we need to get a sponsorship. Okay?
Girl.
No getting hit by lorry.
This post is sponsored to you by Great Eastern. Get your insurance premium right now. Call 1-800.
No.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. But it's just because coming back to the high school, the moment I remember, I forgot who was it. It's like someone in my class was like, "Hey, you're not scared, man. Darren's he's gay, And I'm like, oh, it's
like,
cool.
What am I gonna do? Like being gay, what possibly could I do?
Yeah.
Turn you gay? The fuck?
Yeah. It's like, okay. It's like I have Christian friend, I have Muslim friend, if I have a friend that like the
First
same
of all,
gender.
we live in Malaysia.
yeah.
We have friends from all races, and it's really diverse. Our
It's
friend
super
groups.
diverse.
Yeah.
If race can be diverse, why not sexual orientation?
Period.
Yeah.
You heard it first from the guy himself.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like what I say, like just if you see humans as just humans, there's nothing to be afraid. Yeah.
And now for the most important question, you better answer this with all of your might and with all honesty.
All right.
What has our friendship taught you?
Friendship taught me,
like life lessons or whatever.
Dude, I would say, you don't need to be an ADHD, but sometimes you need an ADHD friend.
That's me, bitch.
That just sums up everything.
Yep.
Yep. I say like a lot of my like this guy influenced a lot of positive manner in terms of like, sometimes you're like on a fence, you're just like there seeing and doing your whole research and you're just figuring and afraid of things. But this dude with his ADHD will just come in and like oh, what are you waiting for? I'm already doing it like 2-3 months and I still don't know what the fuck am I doing. But I've been doing it though.
Period.
I
don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm glad I'm doing something,
Yeah. It's just like just taught me a lot to be not afraid. Like you can prepare, but you will never be 100% prepared.
I feel like
that's the thing.
True. Yeah. You're never gonna be prepared for something. You might as well just go for it.
You can always to do more preparation.
Yeah.
But what's that gonna do? You gotta
Mhm.
take the foot and just step it in the mud
Leap
and
of
just
faith, basically. Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
gotta jump into the pool.
Mhm.
It's like you of course you can learn how to swim.
Right.
You can practice the movement, whatever.
Mhm.
I don't know how you learn to swim, but the way I learn to swim is just try not to drown. Move until
Period.
you don't drown. That's
Period.
pretty much, I would say, yeah.
I mean, that's so sweet of you. But that's it. That's
So
nothing more.
what do you learn from our friendship?
Oh, bitch, a lot.
Yeah.
Um, basically, I one thing I noticed about my friend circle, my inner circle, basically, is that ever since high school, no, ever since I came out, actually, I came out when I was 14, if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken, and throughout Form 1 until Form 3, I
Yeah.
used to have this one guy friend. This is the only friend, like, who was straight and who's a guy that's in my circle. Like, he really celebrated who I was. I felt comfortable.
Mm.
But, like, one thing that I realized, like, why can't people like me make friends like how everyone else do,
Yeah.
especially in school? Because in school,
Yeah.
like, if you don't have a circle, that sucks, because, like,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
sort of
yeah.
the outcast.
Yeah.
And for a moment, I was in that position until I have such a great, like, support system. You guys, April, but then, like, it makes me wonder. And then that friendship with this particular guy did not work out, and then you happened to transfer schools,
Yeah.
and everything just happened so naturally. Like,
Yeah,
It's-
it's like I would say, if you have a really if you have like, do you know, like, those kind of friendship where you don't even know how the fuck you guys became friends?
yeah,
And then you don't
uh-huh.
even understand
Yep.
why you guys end up so close as friends. Yeah, I feel like that is like, dude, that's some friendship of a lifetime, lah.
Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, what?
it's like so fast. Bam, we're like 8 years right now.
Just like that. But then again, like,
Yeah.
back to what I was saying, like,
Mm.
I feel like this friendship was really important for my well-being in high school too, because that is really loud. What is that?
Motto, man. It's like
It's SFX.
facts.
No,
man.
it affirmed, like, it confirmed the fact that, okay, just
Yeah.
because that I'm queer doesn't mean that I can't be friends with people, like-minded people who are
Yeah.
of different sexual orientation or gender or race,
Yeah.
whatever it is. But you stayed throughout high school, and honestly, one of the highlights of my high school life was you guys, my friends.
Yeah.
It wasn't school at all, because if you really know me as a person, I fucking hated school. So fucking pointless. Like, I would show up at school and, like, we wouldn't be learning anything, and the teachers, I'm not gonna name names, but, like, sometimes you would go to school and it's usually 8 hours of school.
Yeah.
6 hours.
6-8 hours.
You would spend half of the time not doing anything, but that's besides the case. Like, you taught me how to be, how to teach people, how to inspire people, like how I inspired you, filmmaking, photography. We bonded mainly through art. Like,
Yeah.
that's our source of bondage. you get the point. Like, we bonded mainly around art.
True.
The Shining, remember, we were such
Dude,
fanboys.
we obsessed with The Shining, man.
Still are, still
Yeah.
am,
Yeah.
that. And then over time, I began to get comfortable with you, because one thing about me is, like, it's very hard for me to get comfortable with people.
People, yeah.
But when I get comfortable, like,
Yeah.
this is what happens if we're comfortable,
Comfortable.
like, there's a
Yeah.
dynamic,
Going on.
there's a two-way street. Like,
yeah.
because obviously friendships and communication are always a two-way street. It's
True,
If
true.
it's a one-way street, get the fuck out,
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it taught me that. And then a lot of life lessons I learned from this, actually. Like, I can't name them all, but like, friendships like this is what I would bring to the grave if I
Yeah.
was ever gonna be buried. But
Toy lah, touch wood.
touch wood. touch wood. Yeah. But, like, it's something that I will hold on, because for me, especially right now, where I am mentally right now and physically. Like, I was talking to this with someone else. Like, but basically, I have learned to make space for people.
Yeah.
And I was actually just talking about this one topic with someone else, but we were basically talking about our purpose in life. And and this person asked me, like, what is my purpose in life, and I said, like, I feel like purpose in life, there could be purposes.
Yeah.
I have not figured out my, maybe it could
Like-
be my life purpose. We just got cut off again. Let me
Oh,
just
shit.
re-record and then I'll continue. Hold on.
Okay.
Cue the jingle. Intermission.
Dun, 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 dun. Camera cut off.
Intermission.
Intermission.
Yo, get the camera.
All right.
We're back. Okay.
We are back again.
What was I saying? Life purpose.
Yes.
Not too sure if this is my life purpose as a whole, but because I've yet to figure that out. But for right now, I could confidently say that giving love is my purpose because I feel great. Do you know that one episode in The Last of Us? Have you seen this?
I haven't finished the episode, but I know the whole story.
Have you seen episode 3?
I know
the gay
the
couple.
I know the I know that story.
It's basically
Again.
about this one guy who lives alone, right?
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, he came across this one other guy.
Yeah.
And then this guy is so cute, he just happened to stumble upon like this person's life.
Yeah.
And then he just made this person's life so much better by just giving love.
Yeah.
I feel like that itself encapsulates my purpose,
Yeah.
which is giving love because like I would love to brighten up someone's day.
Yeah.
That's what I truly enjoy doing. I love giving. I love, whether it's tangible or non-tangible, I love giving things to people.
Yeah.
So I feel like, probably, I feel like that could be my life purpose as a whole.
Definitely.
And more people should learn to do that, giving love, because the world will be such a better place.
Yeah.
If we just start loving, But
I think
what is your life
the
purpose?
The life purpose is not something you need to define before
Right.
do. You sort of have to trust your heart, just do it. And, occasionally you just sort of like sit down, look into a mirror, look into a wall, look to the feet, I don't know, look to the corner of the room. just
staring into the abyss.
Yeah, staring into the
Right.
abyss. Just kind of ask yourself, like, what's my purpose in life? What do I want to do in life? So for me, I did barista. I am still doing barista. I love the whole servicing line. I love the whole
servicing too.
giving. Yeah, you gotta stop doing that, dude. It's so no.
Go on.
We're trying to make it family friendly. Remember?
Oh
Okay.
shit! Well, I did not say what type of service, but
Yeah, I like doing the servicing line in the coffee industry. So having customer comes in, you greet them, you sort of notice a small little details about them, then you just help them. Anything from helping to get them the coffee they would enjoy to talk a little bit throughout their day, ask about like what's good on the menu. If they are first timer, if they're not too familiar with coffee, you can sort of guide them. And just having all these small little chats, just getting like connections. And at the end of the day, they will leave not just drinking a good cup of coffee, but also have a good experience, because you're coming in for a coffee, you're buying yourself a coffee, but you don't just want to go in and just grab something. It's like a vending machine, I want to give that experience to customer that
basically you go into the cafe
yeah
with the intention of getting a coffee, but you leave experiencing a whole experience, if that makes sense.
you experience something new, like oh, this barista is pretty interesting, he's talking about the book that he read. I have a regular that from time to time we will like catch up a little bit when I have the time to catch up with him when he is not too busy with his work. He'll come in every morning and we'll just talk about the books that we are currently reading and what page we are on. Yeah, all these kind of small little updates, when coming to the weekend at times, Thursday, Fridays, we were like, oh, any plans for the weekend, you guys? Yeah.
And I feel like we've talked about this before. Like, it's always really important to establish a connection with your customers, because that is what that matters. That matters a lot when it comes to even in the business side of things.
Yeah.
If you see it that way, people will come back more often because they are very familiar with you and they have a relationship with you.
Yeah.
Whereas in a more of a personal standpoint, I've always had this like this motto, I think, that people enter your life and people enter and leave your life for a reason and a lesson.
Yeah.
So I feel like whenever you come across new people every day, like you obviously learn a thing about you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I learn their way of living, what they have for their day, their weekend, what sort of job they're doing. I learn about jobs that I don't even know that could exist. So it's very interesting people that because historically cafe is a space for pope. You just come there, you talk. It is that place. Then with the whole coffee wave comes in, that whole thing you can just Wikipedia yourself. I can't really pull it out from my mind. I gotta go back towards my notes and stuff. But I'm always fascinated by how cafe is sort of like a central point where you will bump into different kind of people there. It's not just maybe they have a kick-ass coffee or what, but if you observe around, you find like there's all kind of people in the cafes. If you're willing to reach out and just strike a conversations, most probably you find people that are pretty interesting and you don't even know that the line of work that they're doing could exist in the first place. Yeah. So being behind the bar doing a service, that's what I enjoy. So coming back to what's my purpose in life.
We got sidetracked.
Totally, man. Sidetracked, totally. So purpose in life, I would say I want to make the world around, not just myself, but the people around their life as well, a lot more better, a lot more positive, a lot more happiness lah.
And how would you do that?
It's like, because while reading the book, the Happiness 101, is that how often do we reflect and focus on the good things throughout the whole day?
Honestly, the good and the bad.
Yeah, the good and the bad. Of course, everything's got to be in balance lah. But you might have a shitty day, but it might be just one shitty thing that happened. Throughout the entire day of good things happened. It's like if you go into a room, if you didn't tell yourself to observe what are the items that are red on it, you wouldn't notice. You have to tell yourself like, okay, let's count and observe how many items are red. Then look through around the room. It's like, okay, there's 5 items that are red.
I think there's 2.
Two red shirts, Your camera shutter button is red.
Period.
Your pen behind is red. That's a comb right there. Yeah. So it's a practice you have to do. I want to share more about like this kind of knowledge and experience from myself, and hopefully can inspire the people around me to do the same. That there are things in life worth celebrating.
Period.
And don't be an asshole. Just help each other.
Don't be an asshole, bitch.
Love.
Show fucking love.
Yeah.
As per Robin Ass and her song "Show Me Love," the 1993 hit. Go listen. It's such a good song.
Yeah.
Anyways, go on. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's about it, lah.
There's something that you said just now about having one bad thing happen in a day of good things.
Yeah.
Right? Let's just say whatever I'm about to say could be applied to, when you've achieved a huge milestone or a huge success in your life, or you've had such a shitty day and you just hate everyone, right? So like for example, when you have succeeded in doing something like human nature, we tend to fly. Like we tend to lost touch in a way. Like
we get arrogant.
I wouldn't say get arrogant. I would say like let's just say, oh, I've struck a record deal with a really huge company, right? And then human nature, I feel like from my observation, like people tend to just focus on that and not the other things in life, the other aspects in life. So that necessarily that could be a bad thing if you overdo it. In a sense, like for example, right, like oh, I'm fucking successful, you know, and a good example would be like, oh, a most common case would be, let's just say I've earned like my first $10 million from my music, right? And then most people would forget about their roots, for example. So in my way, I've talked about this too with someone else, like if I've gone through a really good day or a really bad day, I feel like the most important thing to do throughout the day or at the end of the day, whatever it is, it's to ground yourself.
Yeah.
Do you do that? Do you agree with that?
I do agree with that. You know, I really agree with that. You know, you gotta ground yourself, like you say, you know, because
you're grounded.
You gotta go back to the neutral point. You know, you have your shitty days, you have your good days. You know, if you're having your good days and you celebrate, and without having the awareness, you became an asshole. You know, if you beat yourself too hard after having a bad day, then you're just being too asshole to yourself. You got grounded back to neutral and like, okay, I have achieved good things in life. I also experienced bad things in life, but here I'm coming back to my neutral point. You know, it's definitely gotta come back to the neutral point,
And how would you ground yourself? What are your methods? What are your ways of life?
So I would say, I'm gonna quote from the book again. Happiness 101. So in the very beginning chapter, it mentioned the happiness formula is happiness equals to I forgot which one.
I think there's the word consistency in it. Is that it? No.
Like,
wait, that's a different equation.
What you want divided by what you have. I forgot, it might be like the other way around.
Right.
But the point giving is that, you know, if you are chasing always on a constant chase of like wanting bigger and bigger things, your happiness level will go low and low and low.
Right.
Because we human, we are very adaptive. You know, like, you know how when you go from a dark room outside to a bright room, your eyes get adjusted. Same thing with our emotion. If we achieve things and we celebrate, it's very it will like we get accustomed to that. You know, if you earn like, you know, 10K per month, let's say, you know, and that 10K will become like, it's 10K. You know, I'm getting it every month. You know, no problem. So if you don't learn to be practice a gratitude and look at what you have and be grateful for it, then you will lose your happiness level. So I'll say, like, to get back to a neutral point is to be more aware of what you have.
Be aware of yourself, basically.
Be aware of yourself. Be more grateful, you know. I find that we don't always practice the gratitude. We have bad day, we're like, fuck this shit, man. Fuck that, you know. But hey, at the same time, you got a roof on your head, you have a meal.
There's so many things to be grateful of. That's true.
Let's be grateful for things like that. You know, I know there are people who are out there in a much worse positions, tougher positions, you know. So from time to time, if you see there's things that you could help out, you know, in your capability, please do it, It's already like a recurring thing that every time we go dissolved, it's like there's always stray cats down there. Time to buy the stray cats food.
I noticed that.
And I practice that a lot, you know. If I see a stray cat, I'll just feed them.
That's really sweet. I would too, honestly. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's really interesting way to put it, because for me, I wouldn't say in a neutral. For myself personally, I wouldn't say I would put myself in a neutral position.
Yeah.
Because my method of doing things is a little bit weird, but I would say the key point is to not lose touch of yourself.
Okay.
To not forget your roots, who
yeah.
you are as an individual. So like my way of grounding would be standing in the corner for 2 hours. I'm kidding.
Just look into a corner and just like stare.
Nah. I mean, like, because as someone who lives with ADHD, like, I tend to my mind tend to wander away by itself when like I've achieved success or I've had a really bad day. But like that was the story of yesteryear. For right now, I feel like the key point would be whatever happens, I would try to sit down by my own and reflect on the day that I've had.
Yeah.
You know, like try to be thankful of the smallest things in life, you know. Like for example, I'm thankful that I have a roof on my head, like what you said. You know, I'm thankful that I have a job, such good support system, such good family, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's very important to not lose touch of that.
Yeah.
And your individuality, you know, who you are, because there could only be one Mike and one Darren. There could not be another, you know, unless if we're, you know, if we're diving into the multiverse territory, maybe there are
multiverse, man.
It's not our universe, you know, like in our universe there's only one.
In a multiverse there's a Darren that's straight.
Maybe, you know, that'd be really interesting to see. I would love to have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool. But, you know, like as I was saying, like I feel like, long story short, it's always remember to not lose touch of yourself.
Yeah.
You know, because always reflect on your past and do not dwell on the past. You know, do not let your mistakes affect. I mean, you're obviously going to learn a lesson or two through the mistakes that you've made. Yeah. But do not let your mistakes shape the person that you are. If you know what I mean. You know, like if you have
Coming to the point of like mistake. I mean, I'll say like owning up to your mistake is important.
Accountability.
Yeah.
That's something that I've struggled before. I feel like you guys have experienced that. You know, like
I get it.
2 years ago, like I fucked up so much. You know.
Yeah.
And one of the hardest things to do to unlearn, because back then I was more ignorant, I was more vain, I was not aware of myself.
Yeah.
So like I feel like the hardest thing for me that I've done is to actually learn to take accountability for my mistakes.
True.
Because it's not humans are
we tend to want to like
we thrive on ego.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, I feel like if our ego is being boosted, we feel better. You know, that's human nature. But for me, like the biggest lesson that I've learned is to, if you fucked up, just admit it. You know, move on from your mistakes. Like, you know, what's done is done. Like, you know,
the mistake has been done.
Yeah, like you
can't turn back time and fix anything. The only sort of fix is to learn a thing or two out of it, and let's try not to make the same mistake again. You know,
of course.
Yeah, and just be more aware of things.
Yeah, because like I said, like you can't change your past, but you can change the course of your future.
Yeah.
You know, you are in control.
True.
You know, no matter what you think, you are in control of your life. You know.
Yeah. Like just don't take for granted for the mistake that has happened. You know, it's a valuable lesson. You know, you can learn a thing or two from there. Yeah. And
I would say if you don't learn your lesson after you fucked up, there's something wrong with you. Cart full. You know what? I feel like we gotta wrap things up because it says cart full.
I know I have a feeling that it's not sure. Just
it's back up the footage, we'll just put a a black screen and apologize to our for our YouTube viewers. We're so sorry. We will work to improve on that.
True. Agree.
But we would like to thank you for tuning in for onto this episode. Means a lot to us. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't expect this episode to be so deep coming into second episode. You know, it's like a very surprise present gift. You know, you never know what's gonna be inside.
Yeah. Of course, of course. Lesson of the day: always back up your footages.
Yeah.
Because I told Mike that maybe an hour per episode, but I feel like we're way past that. I feel like we're 81 minutes.
Oh my god. Honestly, did not expect to be this lot of
yeah, me
thing
too.
going on with this episode for today.
But
it might be a little bit too heavy.
Life is full of surprises.
We hope. Honestly, I hope to like bring in a lot more crazy monkey thoughts like this.
Crazy monkey thoughts. Yep.
Yeah, just a lot of crackhead energy, man, coming to the future episodes. We should put a lot more crackhead energy.
That's gonna happen, no doubt. Knowing us, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, man. We're gonna have the episode with all the gangs, and we're just gonna talk about zombie apocalypse.
Period.
Yeah, how we're gonna survive a zombie apocalypse. That'll be super fun.
Period. We should do it.
Yeah.
But anyways, we would like to say thank you for tuning in into Lost in
Thoughts.
Period.
All right.
Have a great day. Goodbye. Signing out.
Ciao, Lu paparazzi.
Chun 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 chun.
Lost in